Hello, welcome back to my channel. So we're still on Easter Saturday. Thank you for joining me today. So I've been called to pop on again. Excuse me. And the message, yes, there was a message. You've momentarily made me forget the message. The message was... What was the message? The message was to go with that which you feel energetically drawn to. And let your spontaneous self guide you. Wonderful. Finally got the message at 111. That means new beginnings, which is perfect, because I do feel that we are entering a new time. Is that the message that a new timeline has begun for the twin flames? Perhaps we shall work that out as we go along. So not only is it Easter Saturday today, but it's also the full moon in Libra. It's the pink moon. So the full moon in Libra. So that will mean that the energy around this time, it will be about bringing things back into balance. And also karmic justice, as it was 222, and that was also the number there for balance. So we're getting quite a few signs and synchronicities at this time. What signs and synchronicities have you been noticing? Perhaps you've been noticing more, this week, more signs this week that have been popping up randomly right in front of your eyes. But it's all leading you to this bigger picture. The bigger picture that is unfolding. So I've been called on. Now initially let's put the deck down. Initially I was going to do readings for the divine feminine energy, the divine masculine energy, and their relating energy, how they are connecting to each other. They're in between energy. But I have been dissuaded by Spirit to do that, because I'm aware that there's this interconnection that just naturally occurs between the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy. And both energies they incorporate each other. And so the messages may then begin to mingle and mix up a little. Do you hear the siren in the background? So that's Archangel Michael's protection at this time for your connection. So let's begin. So, let's continue. let us continue. So, yes, these messages are probably and very likely, well, this is going to be a Divine Masculine energy update. Because as I was saying, I shall continue, the siren kicked off a whole nother level, there we go, of downloading for me. So when I do the readings with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and the other, and their in-between energy, how they're relating to one another at this time. So the energies then begin to interweave. And as that's the second time I've forgotten what the next thing is that I'm going to say, I think I'm just going to move on. At 6:06. Finally it has happened to me. She picked up the cards. She did. Okay, thank you. So we're right in spirit today. So I've picked up the Moonology cards. That's what I was going to say. Because the Divine Masculine energy then begins to actually kind of take over the reading. The Divine Masculine energy always, when I do the readings that other way, always becomes the most predominant energy in the reading. And that's why I stick and have continued to just really upload Divine Masculine energies and collective readings also. So there we go. I'm sure that was important to know. So is it time to shuffle? So let's find out what the energy for the Divine Masculine is at this present time, as we are under the influence of the pink moon in Libra. Thank you. So what's going on for the Divine Masculine at this time, as we're under this influence of the pink moon? So we have communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So there on the picture we have twins on the picture. So communication is key. And the bottom of the deck, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Okay. So, what's next? Communication is key. So, Divine Masculine is thinking about his communication at this time. And he's watching you, and he's looking and stalking. So I know the message also says gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. But no, these sunglasses, this Divine Masculine is watching, and he is lurking. He's thinking up ways on how to communicate. Let me pick up this deck again. So a fiery climax approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And a personal issue reaches resolution. So right back at the beginning of my reading, I was saying how we are at this, it's like this new time. And the question was, is this a new timeline for the twin flames. And yes, it is the answer to that. A new time for the twin flames is approaching. You're no longer needing to hold on. You know, this fiery climax approaches and you're actually able to release, to surrender. Did you see my camera throb? That's literally what it looked like. Boom, boom, like a heartbeat. Let me just say that. Okay. So that's interesting. So what was the bottom of the deck? So at the bottom of the deck, we have not today. So he's dealing with hurt and not today. He's still thinking and considering this communication. So perhaps there's some reason why your divine masculine is unable to communicate today. Hang on, I just need to try to make some more space so that we can actually see all the cards that I have out on the table for you this evening. Okay. Let's put a few more smaller cards, shall we? Then I'll get into a few deeper messages. So bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo. Oh, can you see that in the there it is. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. Okay, forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. So there's that releasing energy. You know, you're being called to cleanse your energy, to cleanse your space, to clear the air. Perhaps that's clearing the air between you both. You know, forgiving and forgetting, cleansing the pain, the lies, you know, and putting all that aside now, being able to, where did that come from? Being able to literally put the pride aside and be brave, you know, brave enough to be honest then, to speak up truthfully, because communication is key, so that you can honestly, you know, cleanse and heal from the past and lies. You hear the guy coughing outside. He's even coughing. So the divine masculine really does. Oh, and then the next card is a new romantic cycle begins. And there's that new cycle again, that new timeline that's beginning now. That's really interesting. But for some reason, the Divine Masculine is unable to communicate today. Okay. Can you help me decide what to call my readings? I often end up doing, when I'm doing Divine Masculine reading, I often end up getting into some, just channeling the messages kind of as I go. But for me, I always feel like I'm deeply in there. You know, I often feel like, should I title them Divine Channelings with Original or something crazy like that? I don't know. Give me your ideas. What are your suggestions? Write it in the description, in the comment box for me or something. Let me know. Look at this Divine Masculine. Well, this is the Divine Feminine. A feminine in the picture, but perhaps it was the Divine Feminine, you know. She's embracing the future already. She's walking through that door, you know, and the Divine Masculine is, you know, he's, excuse me, literally, again, preparing to unblock this, you know, this communication. I still need to clear the throat chakra. So there's obviously a blockage that needs to be cleared in order for the Divine Masculine to be able to communicate. You know, he sees the Divine Feminine walking away. You know, she's opened the door, she's gone. But he... Wow, bottom of the deck. So what does the Divine Masculine want? Well, he wants to start fresh. You know, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Look, it's the yin-yang symbol. I don't think there's any way I can show you. I'm kind of... I'm wearing it today. I literally have no idea if you saw it or if you kind of got my chin in the picture I've got. I literally don't know. Oh, thank you. So there's that new beginning, that new timeline that I was talking about, you know, this new time that's beginning. And Divine Masculine, you know, he sees Divine Feminine walking through that door and walking away, her back's to him, and but he wants to start fresh. He wants this cycle to begin new with the Divine Feminine. Because ancient wisdom is awakening within him. Deep inner knowing is emerging within him. He's got this deep inner knowing. You see the light overflowing from the cup. You know, this is the light that and love that he's feeling in his heart for the Divine Feminine. And even more so because she's walking away. She's walking away, and all he can think about is her light. And that's what's bursting out of his heart right now. You know, this deep inner knowing is emerging within him. And he's understanding now that he does want to start this new cycle, you know. Wow, and then the top of the deck, we've got communicating freely. So Divine Masculine really does want to, he wants to open up this communication to heal the past, to heal the lies, to bless the space between you. So that's interesting. So what else would you like to know? Let's get a universal love oracle. I've got the naughty, sweary unicorns on the table. Not quite sure how they're going to come into it. I'm sure if Spirit wants me to pull a naughty, sweary unicorn, I'm sure at some point it will be very relevant. And it will be known. It shall be known. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. For Divine Masculine. What's feeling about Divine Feminine at this time? 21. I nearly started singing. We nearly started singing a song. Emerge. Emerge. In fact, it says emergence. Let me correct that. So emergence. There you go, look. You kind of got her bottom. Lovely. And again, we have forgiveness. Because the Divine Masculine really does want to, you know, bring in this sense of renewal into the connection, you know, this new beginning, this healing of the past, you know, healing and forgiving and then forgetting of the past. To be able to emerge into this fresh start, to embrace the future with the Divine Feminine. So that, you know, any personal issues can reach their resolution, and that you can start a new cycle that's more harmonious, moving away and letting go of all those, you know, all the tough cycles that you've previously been through. Okay, so we're going to now pull a message from the Divine Masculine. What does your Divine Masculine actually want to say to you at this time? Because we've got communication, so Divine Masculine obviously does want to communicate with you, but for some reason, not today. He can't communicate with you today. So what does he want to say to you, Divine Feminine? What does your Divine Masculine want to say to you? Okay. So I'm just healing. Please don't take it personal. Oops. And sometimes you don't listen and it really upsets me. So we're going back to that communication again. You know, communication, it's a two-way street, isn't it? So you have to be open to listening, as well as speaking. And Divine Masculine, he does want to be with you. He chooses you. He loves you, Divine Feminine. So there is that forgiveness again. Can you please forgive me and let go of the past? We need to be able to forgive and forget the past if we're going to start this new cycle. It's that time now. That new cycle is now. You have this time now to heal and forgive, and to move into this new cycle together. I'm having to zoom out a bit more, but you can see my cake plate. I baked a cake earlier. I woke up and I had a little jog, and then got on with my day, done some readings, clearing up, and here I am again. And after baking and eating some of the cake that I made, it was really delicious, so I ate 2 slices because it was actually really good. Thank you, if you wanted to know that. So I'm looking at an ice cream picture. Oh my gosh, they all flew out then. I was actually looking at a picture of an ice cream. So that's why I had to tell you about my cake. So let's see what comes out of this deck. And then we're going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Thank you. And that's it for tonight, folks. So we have quite a few cards. Or do we? Well, it felt like there were lots, but actually there's literally only one. I've stood up, I can't see any more. And we have tolerance. So what's the message? So we can be of great support to those around us by being tolerant and accepting of their weaknesses. In exercising tolerance with others, we allow them to be themselves, and we embrace the differences between us that make life interesting. By exercising patience and understanding, we can achieve more inner tranquility and put more positivity and respect into a world that at times seems too intolerant. So this is really interesting because it kind of ties in with, with the communication, and communication is key. And it's important it's a two-way street. So it's also important to listen to what your partner has to say. I accept everyone as they are. I have tolerance and compassion for everyone in my life. There. So perhaps how your divine masculine communicates hasn't been satisfactory, shall we say, and you became intolerant to his communication or something, divine feminine. So this is just a little reminder how it's important to listen to. Okay, so let's pull from the Angels and Ancestors now. Thank you. I'm not quite sure how big this message is going to be. Part of them are saying, well, I'm not really sure if they want this deck or not. I kind of feel like I might end the reading here. But we have let go of the need to be right, trust and thrive. So we have the Peacekeeper and the Stag. And the bottom of the deck, connect to your emotions with the Water Guardian. Okay. So what do we have? The Peacekeeper. So choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important. The Peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman who has been influenced by white buffalo women. She holds a peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes is right and what she, it doesn't quite say that, in what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. So the extended message on the Peacekeeper card is you may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancestral wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. So that last piece of the message ties in with this card. So let's read that part again. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. So the Stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag with his crown of antlers is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. So more about smudging there. Although the stag, perhaps your divine masculine, likes the ritual of smudging. Perhaps he likes that. Although the stag has been hunted in the past and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it also can represent fertility and sexuality. So I'm trying not to giggle, considering I just said, perhaps your divine masculine really likes smudging, perhaps he likes that. Maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side, with your spiritual integrity supporting you on the journey to the extended message. Come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all you've accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive. Onwards and upwards, to embrace, to step into that future with an open heart, and onwards and upwards, onwards and upwards. That was good, wasn't it? So what else are we pulling? Because that was going to be our last message. 36. So the signs are there. It's time to rise up out of the darkness, onwards and upwards. Definitely. Sorry, I've got no idea what's going on. So that was that. Wow. Oh, I think it's because the naughty unicorns are on the table. So I feel like, thank you everybody. I hope you really enjoyed this reading today. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope it gave you some clarity about what's going on for your divine masculine at this time. So I'm going to finish now with a naughty unicorn. So what's the message? Okay, we've got a few. So you are going through some tough shit, but some good shit is about to happen. That's good, isn't it? So everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Don't let your issues fuck it up. So where is your sense of humour? It's time to laugh a little. That came out earlier. Laugh at your demons. Laugh at your demons. And don't go giving your power away. You know, you are a badass. It's time to actually act like it. There we go. So if this message was for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, drop me a little comment. Let me know. Just say hello even. if you wish. So much love. By the time this uploads, I'm sure it'll be Sunday. So again, happy Easter. Much love. Always and forever. Original Whispers from the Divine.